Hey there guys, what's up? This is 353blaze here for the next episode of Zombie Survival Guide. And I'm sorry I could not get one up last week, just been really busy and stuff because I had to go to the hospital for something on Tuesday. So throughout the weekend I was preparing and stuff, plus on Friday night I went to this nunchaku demonstration at my karate school with Jason David Frank. You guys may know of him as the actor who played the lead Power Ranger Tommy in the old series, the good one from like 10 years ago. Although now that I look at Power Rangers these days, I would notice that the special effects now are just as good as back then, so really, they both kind of suck. Moving on. So last week's word of the day was guessed correctly by Buddies Gaming. It was incendie, which means blaze in French, but they guessed fire because it can mean both in French, because, you know, they're silly French compared to, well, yeah, pretty much the French are silly, the Americans are silly, pretty much every nationality is silly, because you'd think that it would be nice if we could all just, I don't know, pick one language and stick with it so that we don't have communication problems like this right now. So, moving on, the next word of the week for this week is entzünden. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, just look at the screen and see how it's spelled. And then, I don't know, plug it into Google Translate or whatever. Do whatever you want to do to figure out what it means, what language it's in, all that stuff. This week, there's one language, meaning I know of, that I'll be accepting. So feel free to post a few times if you don't know what it is. But I'll only take one answer, the first one. So yeah, though, guys, also, I'm trying to think of new ways to make this word of the week thing better. So please comment with ideas for how to make it more fun, interactive, and rewarding if you win. And just so you know, I cannot give you guys rewards of any monetary value. After I did a giveaway last January or so, it did not turn out too well, so I just give up on that sort of stuff, so sorry about that. So now for this week's topic for Zombie Survival Guide. I'm going to talk about the ray gun. It's a highly powerful weapon, and it is known by just about every zombies player out there. However, you have to really know what you're doing in order for it to be put to really good use. First off, let me just state, it looks very silly. Like, not silly like the French are silly, the Americans are silly, every nationality is silly, but look, like, it just looks stupid. It looks like something you'd find in Toy Story. Like, it looks like Buzz Lightyear's weapon. Not Tank Dempsey and Rick Tofin and Takio and all those guys' weapons. So, you know. Now, it is necessary in later rounds, but only to a certain extent. In the later rounds, it can last pretty long without Pack-a-Punch, but eventually you will need to Pack-a-Punch it. It may be a bit sooner in World at War that you need to Pack-a-Punch it, maybe a bit later in World at War, I'm not really sure. Depends on how you do in both games. Because, like, I've noticed that World at War, the game tends to be easier to camp, while in Black Ops it's easier to hoard. Stuff like that. But also a couple weapons were nerfed when they got into Black Ops, so you know, one of them was the ray gun. So the ray gun's high power, 20 round mag, unless it's Porter's X2 ray gun pack punched, which has a 40 round mag, and regular one has 160 reserve ammo. The pack punched has 200. Sorry about that. So it's able to kill good like 20-40 zombies with one mag. Sometimes if you shoot a zombie's legs off with it, it can take 2 shots, or sometimes if you hit it in like the arm, it won't kill it. Now it has splash damage, which can be pretty useful, but at the same time it can kill you. So you have to be careful. So it's recommended to get Flopper when you get this weapon. And again, you can use the regular ray gun till about around 25, and then you might want to consider pack punching it, or sooner, like maybe around 20 if you're not as good as some other people like I am at the map, or just the game in general. Now, it's a good weapon for hoarding, but again, you want Flopper and Jug, or else you are going to get killed by splash damage if you get trapped. Or, just in general, if you ever are in a corner, you might want to have it so you can just spray. Now, the reticle is very small, so you can fire from the hip pretty well, but it's not as good if you're moving. So you might want to aim down the sights as much as possible. That way, you know. Now, it is not a good idea to buy Mule Kick before you get the ray gun. It is a relatively easy gun to get in the box, if you think about how good it is. Like, it's pretty common to get, actually, despite how powerful and overkill it can be at times. So, if you don't get it a few times, and then you buy Mule Kick, there's a possibility that the next weapon you'll get from the box is the ray gun. In which case, you'll have the ray gun as your Mule Kick weapon. So, if you do that, when you get downed, you're going to lose your ray gun, along with Mule Kick. So, it's a good idea to wait until you get some good wonder weapons, or just the best possible weapons you can get before you buy Mule Kick. So, it seems like the main thing that was nerfed in Black Ops for the ray gun was the splash damage. In World at War, you could shoot and kill like 2 zombies just by shooting the floor, while in Black Ops it takes like 2 shots to kill any zombie. So, in World at War, it may be easier, but at the same time in Black Ops you actually have PhD Flopper. So at times the ray gun is better in Black Ops. It does count as an explosive weapon though, remember that. As a result, you only get 50 points per kill, which means it's a good idea to have another weapon that shoots bullets. So if you have like a Wunderwaffe and a ray gun, it's a good idea to then buy Mule Kick and then get a gun like an RPK or an HK that shoots bullets. That way you can get more points in the earlier rounds, so that way then you're not depending on it in the later rounds. Because of this, also in the earlier rounds, if you get a ray gun, you don't want to be spraying it everywhere right away, which a lot of people do because they figure, oh, it's the early rounds, I'm not going to have an ammo problem and all. So, that's the thing though. In the early rounds, the problem is points. In the later rounds, it's ammo that you need to worry about. So, keep it saved. You have to save your ammo in the early rounds with the ray gun, or any other wonder weapon, because they only get you like 50 points. Use bullet weapons in the early rounds. Don't forget, it also can create crawlers when you shoot at the ground or the legs of a zombie. So you want to be careful about it. It can be very useful at times, but at the same time when you're hoarding, there's a possibility you'll spray at like 20 zombies and then make all of them crawlers, which are still just as dangerous because then you can jump in the middle of them and then get trapped. Believe me, I've seen it happen. It's hilarious, but kind of sucks if you're the one trapped. So yeah, that's really just about it for this episode. If you guys have any more questions about the ray gun, you can ask them in the comments, and then I can mention them in the next episode, even though the next topic's not going to be the ray gun. Also, don't forget to comment with a suggestion for the next episode. It could be a map, could be a weapon, could even just be a strategy. Like, you could say, can you check out this strategy I inboxed you, and then go onto my director's channel, 353blaze, link will be in the description, and then just send me an inbox with your idea for the strategy, and then I will be able to analyze it for whatever map, and then tell you what's good about it, what's bad about it, and then make a video just explaining it, and maybe offering improvements, a new strategy entirely, or whatever. So yeah, also don't forget, entzünden, or something, is the word of the week, so post what it means and what language it is in, and your comment will be posted as the thingamabobber next week's episode if you get it right. What I may end up doing though is I may, instead of making it the first comment posted, I may end up doing it's that it's just a random comment out of all the ones that are posted. But for now, it's just basically the comment that's posted because I've only gotten one comment on each video. So at least, let's go for at least getting 2 guesses this week, okay, guys? Yeah, this time I'm just going to do random, so please feel free to comment. So yeah, guys, that's just about all for this episode. So if you guys could check out my channel, I just made a couple new videos recently, mostly Minecraft and stuff, but I made one series called the Fluffy Face Cam. So far it's just Left 4 Dead, but I'm going to do other other games if possible. And pretty much I do a face cam, not of myself, but of my little buddy who's right now sitting, waiting to get out of my room. But yeah, pretty much it's his face cam thing while I'm playing a game like Left 4 Dead or something maybe more scary like Amnesia. Problem is I don't have the money for it, plus I just hate the fact that in Amnesia, as far as I know, you cannot shoot the stupid monsters. And that's one reason why I picked Left 4 Dead, just because when I get scared I want to be able to shoot stuff. Also with Nazi zombies. Because, like, imagine Nazi zombies without a gun. Kinda sucks. So, that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, whatever. And also check out the other hubs we have at this fine establishment of Rize. And also, you know, just for this episode at least, I'm gonna do something fun. So, you guys need to check out my buddy Tedious Parrot. He's awesome. So check him out and all. If you checked out his channel, post llamas as a comment on his channel. Just post llamas. Okay? Yeah, just post it on his channel, comment thing, or some random video of his. Just say llamas. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Burn on, you little llamas.